guys, I want to talk today about Serge Nubret, the legendary bodybuilder from 70s and 80s, one of the best ever bodies we have seen on the bodybuilding stage, famous for his amazing midsection, extraordinary development of abdominal muscles and small waist, beautiful big chest, shoulders, probably the best condition ever, something that we don't see nowadays. And more precisely, I want to talk about his training methods. So the story started with me, obviously, in 80s. In the time actually when I was obsessed, not just me, but most of us in those days, with a training system that came from America, known as Mike Mentzer heavy duty training system. That training system helped us achieve good strength, become much stronger in amazing amount of time. I was, for example, able to bench 160 kgs within 10 months of training. So I started with some 70 kgs, lifting like 4 or 5 times, and then within 10 months I'm doing this with 160. I was extremely proud of myself. My ego was pumped beyond imagination, but not just the ego. I was also, my body weight exploded. I was about 115 kgs. I was basically a lump of mass, right? Fat. I was full of water retention. I probably had some muscles as well. But apart from being 115 kgs and able to bench press 160 kgs in bench press for 4 or 5 reps, I didn't achieve much more than that. Now, I wasn't really happy with my shape, with my look. So I was contemplating that something may be wrong with the way I'm training, the way I'm eating, my whole approach to bodybuilding. And when I saw the first bodybuilding competition, I was completely disappointed with myself. I spoke to the guys who were there on the stage, the best guys, and I thought, if these guys are bodybuilders, then what am I? I mean, am I a powerlifter? Am I a wrestler? Where would I supposed to belong? To which group? Because obviously I'm not like these guys, and they look amazing, and this is how I want to end up. I want to look like them. I want to compete in bodybuilding, but I'm not going that way. So when I spoke to them, most of them agreed that actually training that I'm doing is not right. I should be training more often. My volume should be higher. I should do more reps, more sets, and I was only training 4 times a week, constantly being sore and resting and getting ready for next super heavy, intense workout, or whatever you want to call it. But the body that I was getting from that wasn't good enough. Then I started doing my research and I came across Serge Nubret. Obviously I knew his images. I mean, he was a legend even in his day. And I decided to go and see him. So I spoke to him over the phone and he said, yes, you're more than welcome. I'll be the whole summer in Paris. He lived in Paris then. So I went there. I remember the area was called Belleville in Paris, and his gym was called Serge Nubret International Center. And went there, spent 4 weeks, and then next year I went again, spent another 4 weeks learning the trade from him. Basically, I was absolutely shocked. He walks into the gym one day and I asked him, what are you training today? He says, I'm going to do chest. Well, the next question is, which exercises you're going to do? He said to me, I'm not sure, but I'll start with bench press and then I'll see how it goes. I said, fine. I went followed him through. He started with bench press, set after set, 12 reps, 80 kgs only, right? 30 each side on Olympic bar, 80 kgs. And he did 40 sets, 40 guys, 40 sets in 45 minutes. Resting only like 30-40 seconds between the sets, working like a machine. He didn't talk. There were a few other people that were watching him, the people from all around the world who come to see the legend training. And he stood up and said, okay, I'm done. So 40 sets. Then I saw him other day doing supersets for arms. He would be doing cable curls for biceps and then push down for triceps, one superset after another, no rest. After every 4 to 5 supersets, he would stop for a minute, and he would rest, catch up his breath, and then continue again. Few supersets, no rest, and this is 45 minutes of non-stop action. Again, Serge Nubret believed in volume. Serge, when I asked him what is the principle, the basic principle behind your working ethics, he said basically you have to understand, he said to me, I believe that the muscle doesn't grow, as everybody says, while you're resting, while you're sleeping, while you're recovering. No, he said, the muscle grows while you're training. It was completely opposite for everything I knew and everything probably you know now. He said, if you keep that pump, tremendous pump going for 45-60 minutes, you will be feeding the muscle with the nutrients, because the blood is rushing there constantly, bringing amino acids and other elements necessary for growth, for repair, right then, where it's happening, while you're training. So he said, if you just train a muscle for 10 minutes and then you move on and do something else, that's not going to happen. So he said, in my case, I train one muscle at a time, and it has to be at least 45 minutes. Well, the final product speaks for itself. Now, the message to take home. You guys, most of you probably train like powerlifters. Most of you are probably obsessed with weights. How much can you lift? How much can you bench? How much can you leg press? How much can you squat? How much can you deadlift? Fine, if you want to be powerlifters, if you want to be the strongest guy in your street, in your gym or whatever, that's fine, it's great, keep going. But if you want to have a body like Serge Nubret, or look like a bodybuilder, then you will need to reconsider your tactics. Your training program has to change. You will have to increase the number of reps. Stop doing 5-6 reps, try 10, 12 for legs. Personally, I don't do anything less than 12, usually between 15 and 20. Okay? So number of sets. You're probably doing 12 to 16 sets per muscle group, big muscle groups. So why don't you try to do a bit more? Why don't you try to do 25, 30 sets per muscle group and see what happens? And also, as all these guys used to do, including Serge Nubret, why don't you try to train every muscle group twice a week? And see what happens. I believe that you can benefit a lot from applying these principles of Nubret training into your workouts and changing them slightly for your own benefits. I hope you like this video, and if you did, please do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video, in which I will be talking about Serge Nubret's diet.